Should you get a Canon R7 instead of a 90D? What's up guys, I'm Frullani here and welcome back to a new video. So what do I talk about today? I want to show you a simple comparison between two cameras. One of them came out recently, a few months ago, and it's the Canon R7 and the other one came out in 2019 and it's the Canon 90D here. So let's see why I decided to make this comparison, because you guys asked me a lot. I think because apparently the Canon R7 looks like some kind of an upgrade from the Canon 90D, a natural upgrade. They have so much in common. For example, the sensor size is the same and it's a crop sensor, so it crops the image times 1.6. And even though usually crop sensor cameras are pretty much for photos, for wildlife, yeah, these cameras are great at that, but these two particular cameras are being chosen very much for video. So let's say what they have in common for what concerns video. So they're both crop sensor cameras, 1.6 crop, that can shoot in 1080, can shoot in 4K with no additional crop, and they both have an additional 4K mode with the crop for more quality. Also, they can shoot slow motion 120 frames per second in 1080. They both shoot in IPB, the compression mode, and they don't have all eye. This is what they have in common. There are many differences. The first one, the Canon 90D, it's an EF mount camera, so you can use EF and EFS lenses without the need of any adapter, but you can't use RF lenses on the 90D. On the Canon R7, you can use RF lenses, of course, without the need of any adapter. And with the adapter, you can use also EF and EFS lenses. Another difference, on the Canon 90D, we don't have a flat picture style, picture profile. We can use neutral, or we can download and install Technicolor CineStyle that does its job. I mean, it doesn't increase the dynamic range of the camera, but it's so much better than default picture styles. On the Canon R7, we have C-Log, actually C-Log 3, and that's awesome. Stabilization, what about it? On the Canon 90D, we only have electronic stabilization. We don't have IBIS, in-body stabilization, that we have on the Canon R7. So Canon 90D, no stabilization, just electronic. Canon R7, IBIS, and electronic if we need it. Then I mentioned the fact that they both have the ability to shoot 120 frames per second in 1080. But on the Canon 90D, when you shoot in 1080, you lose the audio, of course, that also on the R7. But you lose the ability to focus. The autofocus won't work anymore. On the Canon R7, when we shoot 120 frames per second, we keep the autofocus. And the Canon R7, we can shoot also 4K 60. And that's something we can't do on the Canon 90D. The best we get is like 4K 30, not 60 on the 90D. So let's compare the comparable. So let's see the 1080 of the Canon 90D and the 1080 Full HD of the Canon R7. Now let's see the 4K, the simple 4K. I'm not going to compare the crop one on the 90D, just going to compare the simple one. So 4K on the Canon 90D and 4K on the Canon R7. But on the Canon R7 we have 4K fine, which is supposed to be better. Let's do also this. Alright, so what do you think about it? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things, my gear. And check the link to Epidemic Sound, and you can get 1 month of awesome music and great sound effects, 1 month for free. So, well, I believe it's pointless to show you or to compare the 4K 60 of the Canon R7 with anything on the 90D, because the 90D doesn't have 4K 60. But I'm just gonna show you the 120 frames per second, the super slow motion in full HD, which, you know, because of the lack of autofocus on the Canon 90D, is gonna be a little bit like watching a football game and you already know the final result. Again, what do you think about it? Leave a comment down below and hit the like button. So, I'm gonna run more tests because I want to shoot something also outdoors, outside. Even though the Canon R7 seems to come out of this as a clear winner, but still, there's something about the Canon 90D that still makes it an awesome camera. Should you get a Canon R7 instead of a 90D? Yes, because of more features, more quality, at least in specs, 4K 60, and the 120 frames per second, where you keep the autofocus, and C-Log 3, which I use for the footage shot on the R7. For the 90D, I shot in cine style, and I color graded the best possible way, according to my tastes. Let me know your preference here down below in the comment, and let's talk about it. Alright, I guess that's it for today. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, smash the like button right now. Subscribe if you ain't already, and I'll see you guys in 2023 in the next video. Oh yeah.